story. So what my mate did to me was, before I say that, I did not tell you my house, the house we lived in, how it was. So the house we lived in was a one room apartment. In that one room apartment, there was no share, there was no television. But with time, my father provided those things by God's grace. Now, in that one room, I noticed that whenever heavy rain poured down, water always enter into the room. And at that time, if it happened to be at midnight, me, my mom, and my dad will all wake up and start bathing water from that one room. So I also noticed that even if it is in the evening time and it rains heavily, in fact, we will use something to suspend our phone, suspend all our properties in that one room, and my mother and father would take us elsewhere to sleep elsewhere. Even my father would sleep separately, then my mother would sort a way for me and her to sleep. So what my mate did to me in school was that during the course of my registration, that's to enter into the school is just the next street after our street where we live. It was a plank school. They used plank to construct that school. Now that school, the students there, we were not many. At least in a class we were up to 4. I made it 5 in that class then. So during exam, the primary school time, during the exam, because I was a young boy that came from the village that is not exposed as at that time, I noticed I carried, during the last time the exam, I carried last position in the class. And that happens that makes them to laugh at me, and then I will be crying because I knew I am not supposed to be the last position. When my father always see my result then, my father would be very upset. He would be angry and he would be like, next time study hard and make sure you carry first. It happens until something happens. A change came, and that change is what I will tell you. So before the change came, during the process, my mother began a petty business that she normally engaged in order to raise money too. Then she was selling, and though it was a small petty business, but along the line, I noticed I normally, like when I return from school, I'll go and help her to sell. Then outside that, then when I was still in primary school, then if we close from school like this, my mother sometimes in the evening will take me and her along for hawking. We'll hawk. Sometimes I will hawk yam. Sometimes I will hawk yam while my mother will hawk gari. That was how we were able to skate through at that time then. But while back to school things, while I was still in primary school, my mates were dominating me in class. They were telling me all sorts of stories. But a change came. And when that change came, it came for good. In my next video, I'll tell you about the change that came and how things turned around for me. I am Easy the Comedian, aka Uncle June and July. Please like, comment, and share. Thank you. Till we see you again in my next series.